Disaster struck like a bolt from nowhere. Buddy Valastro, the smiling hero of Cake Boss, was at the height of his sugary empire when a steel rod ripped through his hand in 2020, flooding him with agony and the unthinkable fear that he might never pipe butter cream again. How did the king of cakes claw his way back? And what secrets did the crisis expose about the man behind the frosting? Keep watching, because the truth is sweeter and wilder than any dessert on his menu. Buddy's story doesn't start with glittering TV lights. It begins in a cozy Hoboken bakery that smelled of vanilla and victory. The shop was Carlo's Bakery, opened by Italian pastry visionary Carlo Guastaferro, who laid the first brick of a pastry palace destined for greatness. In 1964, Carlo passed a rolling pin to Bartolo Buddy Valastro Sr., whose golden touch turned the storefront into a neighborhood treasure. After 3 booming decades, the elder Buddy died suddenly, leaving the ovens and the dream in young hands that would soon shock the world. Young Buddy Valastro Jr. stepped up, sleeves dusted in flour and eyes blazing with purpose. He had shadowed his dad since age 11, whisking batter at dawn, absorbing priceless tricks, and guarding the family's secret recipes like hidden gold. Determined to sharpen those skills, he balanced Ridgefield Park High School with baking courses at Bergen County Technical High School, stacking knowledge like layers of sponge. When tragedy struck in 1994, Buddy and his 4 older sisters locked arms, vowing to lift Carlos higher than ever. Under Buddy's fearless lead, the once tiny shop erupted into a destination you could smell from blocks away. Locals raved about the taste, yet it was a jaw-dropping artistry. Roses that looked real, chandeliers spun from sugar that made Carlos legendary. Bridal magazines swooned over his towering wedding cakes, splashing photos across glossy pages, and rocketing the brand into the national spotlight. Fame lured Buddy onto the Food Network Challenge, where he endured 4 nail-biting showdowns, failing 3 times before winning the Battle of the Brides and a $10,000 prize that tasted sweeter than fondant. Victory sparked a bolder dream. Buddy imagined a reality show that would showcase not just the cakes, but the chaotic, hilarious pulse of a tight-knit family racing against ticking timers. He pitched everywhere, fighting rejection until TLC tasted the idea and yelled, "Yes!" In 2009, Cake Boss premiered, and the ovens have not cooled since. Every episode was a carnival of sugar and suspense. Viewers gasped as the Valastro clan bickered, laughed, then sprinted to beat impossible deadlines, all while sculpting cakes taller than small buildings. Tourists poured into Hoboken, some driving 5 hours just to peek through the glass and maybe glimpse Buddy himself brandishing a frosting bag like a knight's sword. Within months, the shop became the crown jewel of Hudson County, and Buddy's fame shot around the planet. Cake Boss aired in more than 200 countries. Buddy's voice translated into 45 languages, turning him into a global confectionery superstar. The demand was explosive, so Buddy expanded fast, opening sparkling new shops across New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Texas, Florida, and Las Vegas, then leapfrogging overseas. According to the official site, Carlos now sweetens 9 states, each location greeting fans with lobster tails, cupcakes, crisp cannoli, and entire walls of rainbow cookies. Yet it wasn't only brick-and-mortar shops that grew. Buddy rolled out a virtual cake builder, an online playground where customers clicked through flavors, fillings, and frostings, then spun 3D models of their dream cakes right on the screen. Orders poured in from birthdays, baby showers, and blockbuster weddings, and each design challenge pushed Buddy's crew to crazier engineering feats. Fans felt like co-artists, and the bakery's order board lit up like a holiday tree. The digital option also kept sales booming during harsh winters when foot traffic slowed. Brutal. Fame bred even bigger goals, and Buddy chased him like a chef on a sugar rush. He launched spin-offs, such as Next Great Baker, a nail-biting contest where hopeful decorators battle for a life-changing prize and a spot in Buddy's kitchen. 4 seasons, icing flew and tempers flared, keeping audiences glued. Then came Buddy vs. Duff, an epic showdown with rival cake icon Duff Goldman. Premiering in 2019, their towering showpieces and playful trash talk pulled more than 14 million viewers and soared to the top of Food Network ratings. Buddy's influence stretched across every media corner. He popped up on morning shows, dishing secret hacks and heartfelt family tales, and appeared 72 times on The Rachel Ray Show. Social media became his open diary, where he posted behind-the-scenes clips, new product teasers, and playful kitchen bloopers, making fans feel like part of the team. Each post drew millions of views, and every sugary masterpiece sparked a flurry of comments begging for a bite. With ovens blazing on every coast, Buddy still craved new flavors of success. His next obsession, savory Italian comfort food. He launched Buddy V's Ristorante inside the glittering Venetian Hotel in Las Vegas, surprising diners who only knew him as a cake wizard. People always think of me as just a baker, but food has always been at the heart of my family's life, he declared, and the menu proved it. Bubbling pizzas, silky pastas, and wicked good tiramisu. Las Vegas couldn't get enough. Soon Buddy unveiled Pizza Cake at Harrah's, Buddy's Jersey Eats, and the Boss Cafe at the LINQ, turning the Strip into his personal dining playground. Farther still, he created Buddy Valastro Foods, a grocery line with cake kits, buttercream, and fondant, so fans everywhere could whip up Carlo-style treats in their own kitchens. He even uploaded a treasure trove of signature recipes online, inviting anyone anywhere to taste a slice of the legend. Sales skyrocketed, and Buddy reinvested in scholarships for young pastry students, showing that sweet success can also lift others. Then fate swung that metal rod in 2020, stabbing Buddy's dominant hand during a freak accident while he tried to fix his home bowling alley. Blood splattered, bones shattered, and surgeons raced to rebuild nerves and tendons. The stakes fell higher than any TV finale, because without his hand, there was no cake boss. After 5 surgeries and brutal therapy sessions that left him drenched in sweat, Buddy's future looked shaky, yet he refused to let pain frost over his passion. What happened next was even more shocking. Within a year, Buddy marched back into Carlo's, gripping a piping bag with trembling determination and proving the accident could not break him. Fans wept tears of joy as he decorated again on camera, every swirl a roar of victory. The ordeal uncovered his iron grit, his family's unbreakable unity, and the raw truth that behind every sparkle of sugar is a heart that beats fiercely for the craft. Buddy Valastro's saga still rises, layer by amazing layer. The world watches, hungry for the next sweet twist. Nobody saw the next twist in Buddy Valastro's empire coming. In 2016, he burst onto the wellness scene, teaming with Whole Earth Sweetener Company for its daring Rethink Sweet campaign. As brand ambassador, he pushed a sparkling lineup of zero and low-calorie sweeteners, not just to sell packets, but to spark healthier habits across America. He splashed easy recipes and quick tips everywhere, proving you can crush a sugar craving without burying your goals. But Buddy's imagination never stays in one lane. 2 years later, he leaped from human desserts to 4-legged feasts, teaming with a Pound Bakery to whip up gourmet pet snacks inspired by his Italian roots. We wanted to create tasty treats for dogs inspired by classic Italian meals and desserts, announced the Pound Bakery president, and Buddy made sure every nibble was wheat dash, corn dash, and soy-free so even sensitive pups could party. Chicken Parmesan pizza bites, pork and chicken meatballs, and cannoli-shaped biscuits soon wagged tails nationwide, turning mealtime into a bark-worthy celebration. Then 2019 delivered Buddy's wildest gadget yet. He stunned shoppers with the Cake ATM, a chilled vending machine that slid out perfect slices at the push of a glowing button. The first units landed in Toronto and Las Vegas, tempting crowds with rainbow, red velvet, chocolate, and carrot classics. Demand exploded, so Buddy crammed the machines with fresh flavors like cookies and cream and vanilla confetti. Fans lined up night and day, snapping selfies while robotic arms served dessert like magic. Dozens of Cake ATMs now to malls, casinos, and beach towns from Canada to Florida, proving sweet dreams can drop out of the wall. Buddy's drive for reinvention roared into 2023. He jumped to A&E Network with Cake Dynasty, a cameras everywhere look at the next era of the Valastro clan. Viewers peeked inside new bakeries, bold product launches, and the happy chaos of a family that never clocks out. On the same channel, he rolled out Legends of the Fork, cruising coast to coast to meet restaurant icons and pry loose their secret recipes. Each stop mixed curiosity, respect, and Buddy's trademark grin, turning hidden culinary lore into prime-time thrills. Success has frosted Buddy's life with glitter, but his net worth, now topping $10 million, is only part of the story. Whether running Carlo's Bakery or pitching fresh TV ideas, He keeps spinning cakes that stretch the limits of imagination. Life-size pianos, snarling alligators, and gravity-defying castles flow from his piping bags, earning him the worldwide title Cake Boss, and making every reveal feel like showtime. Nothing proved that nickname louder than the legendary 2011 commission for New York socialite Devorah Rose. Buddy's crew was hired to craft a mind-bending confection valued at $30 million. The chocolate centerpiece gleamed under millions of dollars in diamonds and jewelry, turning Frosty into pure extravagance and earning a Business Insider headline as the most expensive cake ever made. Cameras captured the sparkle, and audiences gasped at the idea that a single dessert could outprice a mansion. Not content with wowing taste buds, Buddy stepped behind the lens in 2014. Partnering with producer Art Edwards, he launched Cake House Media to build wholesome TV shows that families can enjoy together. Buddy declared, already comfortable on camera, he funneled his creative rush into new series like Bake You Rich, Fakers vs. Fakers, and Cook vs. Cons for Food Network. Cake House even leapt beyond frosting with TLC's hit Unpolished, a lively reality ride following sisters Lexi and Bria Martone as they juggled a Long Island beauty salon and a boisterous Italian-American household. Jumping from cakes to manicures proved risky yet rewarding, as viewers fell hard for the sisters' raw honesty and tight bond. Behind the glitter Buddy's path stayed rugged. He lost his father at a young age, fought for a foothold in the brutal bridal cake market, and survived a freak hand injury that threatened his entire craft. In a New York Times interview, he stripped away the myth that success dropped in his lap, explaining he spent years earning his place through relentless promotions and marathon workdays. Even with fame, wealth, and a growing legacy, Buddy still calls himself the general that's on the battlefield inside Carlo's bakery, kneading dough shoulder to shoulder with his crew because the job and the joy start right there. Flour still coats Buddy Valastro's fingers every single week, proving that worldwide fame never stole the thrill he feels when dough meets marble. Cameras flash, tour buses idle outside Carlo's, and social media numbers climb. Yet he grabs the sifter and moves with the same fast rhythm he learned as a kid. That hands-on attitude became even more precious after a series of life-changing events that tested his heart as well as his craft. The first blow landed in 2017, and it was deeply personal. On June 22nd that year, Buddy's beloved mother, Mary, died after a long, grueling battle with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, the ruthless illness better known as ALS. The disease attacked her nervous system piece by piece until small joys like sharing Sunday dinner became exhausting, and at 69 she passed away at home, surrounded by children, grandchildren, and the comforting smell of fresh bread baking in her honor. Buddy broke the news in a tear-soaked Instagram post that read, "It's with an extremely heavy heart that I must share the news of my mother's passing. She left for heaven this morning surrounded by her family." Fans, employees, and even rival bakers flooded comment sections with condolences, and many remembered Mary's warm smile from countless Cake Boss episodes. Her gentle laugh and no-nonsense advice had guided the show, and her loss left a giant void both on screen and inside the kitchen. Grief hit Buddy like a rolling pin to the chest, so he stepped away from daily filming, and even avoided Hoboken, the town that had witnessed every milestone of his rise. "I haven't been back to Hoboken since she died, and I know that when I go there I'll definitely break down," he confessed, explaining that memories lurked in every storefront window. 2 full years passed before he felt strong enough to open those glass doors and breathe in fresh vanilla again. The comeback, when it finally arrived on May 18, 2019, exploded with the clang of mixing bowls. Buddy and his 4 sisters returned to television on Discovery Family, TLC's sister network, determined to honor Mary's legacy by pouring extra love into every order. Viewers cheered the renewed energy, and ratings proved that the Valastro charm had not cooled even a degree. But what happened next was even more shocking. In late September 2020, Buddy was enjoying a quiet evening at the bowling alley inside his Montville, New Jersey home when a pin set had jammed. Used to fixing machinery around the bakery, he leaned in to release the gears. Then a sensor kicked the motor alive. A solid steel rod shot between his middle and ring fingers again and again, pinning him to the frame like a butterfly under glass. Searing pain rocketed up his arm, yet Buddy stayed razor-focused. Lisa screamed, the children froze, and the walls rang with panic. Sons Buddy Jr. and Marco, fueled by pure adrenaline, grabbed a reciprocating saw, cut through the bar, and hauled their father to safety while an operator coached them by phone. EMS arrived within minutes and raced him to Morristown Medical Center, lights blazing through the night. 2 marathon surgeries followed within 48 hours, as specialists reattached shredded nerves and tendons and slid tiny titanium pins into bone. Over the next months, Buddy endured 4 additional procedures for cosmetic shape and full mobility. Physical therapy proved brutal, demanding hours of stretching ice baths and fingertip push-ups designed to wake sleeping nerves. He once likened the tingling to electric ants under his skin, but he never skipped a session. In June 2021, the therapy team roared when he cracked open a lobster tail pastry with that very hand, a move impossible only weeks earlier. By September, he faced NBC cameras with his trademark grin, joking that he would never model gloves, yet bursting with relief. To celebrate the heroes who patched him up, Buddy sculpted a 10-foot fondant replica of the hospital for special surgery and delivered it on December 30th, 2021, filling the lobby with sponge cake aroma and victory. Reflecting on the ordeal, he told USA Today, "I thought I was going to faint. I looked at my hand, and there was blood everywhere." Doctors later confirmed that his calm breathing slowed blood loss, giving him a better chance to save every tendon. The episode carved another dramatic chapter into an already legendary career. Not every obstacle involved scalpels and stitches, though. On November 13th, 2014, police spotted Buddy's yellow Corvette weaving through Hell's Kitchen at 1 a.m. After failing a field sobriety test, he pleaded, "I had a couple of drinks, you can't arrest me, I'm the cake boss," and added, "I'm a good guy." Celebrity charm could not sway the officers, and Buddy spent the night in jail. He later hired counsel, worked through the legal penalties, and publicly apologized, determined to keep learning from hard mistakes. Behind the headlines, Buddy's identity is anchored firmly in family life. He married Elizabeth Lisa Valastro on October 14, 2001, and their children soon filled the house with laughter. Sophia arrived in April 2003, Buddy Jr. in September 2004, Marco on Valentine's Day 2007, and little Carlo Salvatore in 2011. That same year, Buddy and Lisa renewed vows, proving romance can rise like perfect dough. All 4 kids grew up packing cannoli boxes, tasting frosting samples, and sneaking warm cookies off cooling racks. Buddy wants the torch to pass naturally, and at 45 he brushed off retirement, calling baking his creative playground. Buddy Jr. shares the dream, saying, "Now that I'm older, I want to be there for my dad. I want to learn from him one day. I do want to take over the business." The next generation is already practicing piping lines on sheet pans after school. Knowledge also pours from Buddy's pen. In 2009, he released Cake Boss, Stories and Recipes from Mia Familia, a hybrid cookbook and memoir that rocketed up the New York Times bestseller list. 2 years later, he followed with Baking with the Cake Boss, a hefty manual featuring more than 100 lessons. Everything I learned at my family's bakery in the same order I learned it. 5 more titles followed, including Cooking Italian with the Cake Boss, cementing him as baker and chef alike. Philanthropy beats through Buddy's veins just as strong as sugar syrup. He created the Mama Mary Foundation in 2009 to fund ALS research and support caretakers facing the same nightmare his family endured. Charity galas, limited edition cake auctions, and live stream fundraisers have raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. In 2014, he championed the Special Olympics USA National Games in New Jersey, decorating celebratory sheet cakes for every medal ceremony. His devotion to the Garden State also nudged him into political circles, though he keeps the tone neighborly rather than partisan. He publicly supported Governor Chris Christie after Superstorm Sandy, framing his backing around community rebuilding. Whatever the campaign, Buddy insists Carlo's doors stay open to everyone, because cake tastes sweeter when it unites a crowd. That unshakable pride turned official in 2017 when Buddy was inducted into the New Jersey Hall of Fame. Standing at the podium in a tailored suit that still carried a faint vanilla scent, he thundered, "I am damn proud to be from this state." Fireworks lit the boardwalk outside, while Carlo's staff watched on a live feed between cake deliveries. Even now, Buddy arrives at the bakery before sunrise, rolling dough, checking yeast temps, and coaching apprentices. He calls himself the general that's on the battlefield because he refuses to leave from an office. Staffers say his laugh booms through the kitchen whenever a new recruit nails a perfect rosette, and he never leaves before sampling at least one crumb from each batch. What do you think of Buddy Valastro's hurdles, triumphs, and relentless drive? Drop your thoughts below, smash like, and subscribe for more piping hot stories that taste even sweeter with every replay.